Yo, it's your boy Picante Nino coming at you with another Zerker video. This time we're going to be focusing on Kutum versus Saiyer. I get many questions about which one is better in my YouTube videos and in my streams. So we're going to take a deeper look into this to figure out which one's actually better. Hope you guys enjoy. To start off, we are going to look at the datamine stats of both of these knots. Keep in mind that these stats might have changed since the release of this datamine. I'll also leave the link in the description if you guys want to check out these stats yourselves. With that out of the way, let's look at the stats of a Tri-Kutum and a Tri-Saiyer. A Tri-Kutum gives 12 more AP than a Saiyer knot. A Tri-Saiyer gives 8 more DP than a Kutum. In raw stat value, Kutum gives 4 more gear score than the Saiyer. But we're not interested in the raw stat value forms. We're interested in the hidden stats such as DR and evasion and accuracy. That's what we're trying to look at. So let's dive deeper into this. On the sheet, it shows that Tri-Kutum has 9 evasion and 11 DR. A Tri-Saiyer has 23 evasion and 5 DR. And it also has 28 accuracy. So it looks like the Saiyer is winning in hidden stats. But how are we supposed to measure this information? I think we gotta test it out with real situations, like PvE. But before we get into PvE, we gotta go over the gems. Kutum has 2 gem slots, and Saiyer has only 1. The gems I put in Kutum are an Awakening Spirit Crystal and a Valtara Spirit Crystal. The Valtara Spirit Crystal is exactly the same as the Awakening Crystal, except it has plus 3 damage to Kamasil mobs. As for the Saiyer knot, I put a single Awakening Crystal. Try to make them the same as possible. The first PvE test that we're going to do is Centaurs with a Kutum. I sped up this video because farming takes a while and I don't want to make you guys wait 10 minutes. So I did this with the rest of the PvE test. The next test is Saiyer against Centaurs. After these 2 tests, I felt like I did way more damage to Centaurs with a Kutum. So we gotta test this again with stronger mobs. The strongest mobs I could think of is Kamasil mobs. But there's a problem with that. I have a Kamasil gem that gives me extra damage against Kama mobs. But we're still gonna test it out, see if it actually still holds true. I think the best mobs for this test has to be Manstroms, since they are really tanky. So let's start off with the Kutum. Even with this video sped up, Manstroms still take long to kill. Now let's look at Saiyers. After these tests, I felt like Kutum did more damage in PvE. It could be due to the fact that 10 AP just outright beats 28 accuracy. Or maybe that extra gem slot makes a huge difference in PvE. Now let's move on to the more interesting part, the PvP part. I'm going to split this into 2 tests. The 2 tests are going to be how much damage do these knots do to other players? And the other test is going to be how much more tankier do you get with these 2 knots equipped. The first test that we're going to examine is the damage test. The way how I went about doing this test is landing 3 blastings and marking down life totals. So the lower the numbers are, the better. That means that I dealt more damage to the player. Saiyer did 16 less damage than Kutum, but that number is so small that it goes unnoticed. So I'm guessing both of these knots have about the same damage. If not, they're so different by a very small scale. Now let's check out how tanky these knots make you. The way how I went about this is to get hit with an AP offhand and then get hit with an accuracy offhand, marking down my life totals. So the higher the number, the better, because that means I took less damage. On a quick note, I added 150 HP to the Saiyer knot to simulate as it had 2 awakening gems in it. Kutum beat Saiyer in the AP offhand by 3 HP, while Saiyer beat Kutum in the accuracy offhand by 16 HP. So these numbers are very, very, very insignificant. They're so small in between that it doesn't even matter. So I guess choosing between Kutum and Saiyer is down to your personal preference. Or in my case, I enjoy the 2 gem slots more than the 1 gem slot. So that is my decision. My decision is to go with Kutum solely based on the 2 gem slots. That's how simple it is. And that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try to make more videos from now on. What do you guys think about a weekly video on where I answer questions sent by you guys? If you like that idea, leave your questions down in the comments below. I'll get to them. And if you guys still haven't checked out my Twitch stream, the link is also in the description. I'd love to see you guys there. And thanks for supporting me through all this time.